Sometimes you just need to get away, not to escape, but to reconnect. This time, the road took me north, past red dirt and prairie, all the way to Nebraska. It's not the kind of place you hear about in travel blogs, but it's where my brother is. And sometimes, that's all the reason you need. One road trip, 100 new spots, good beer, weird people, and whatever comes next. Because nothing says personal growth like day drinking in a strange town. This is Beer Run. On the way, we made a quick stop off Route 66 at a place called Pops. Even in the morning, it's hard to miss. A giant soda bottle out front and rows of glass bottles lining the windows like a stained glass wall of sugar. Inside, it's a craft soda overload. Hundreds of bottles, all assorted by color. Reds, greens, yellows, blacks, and blues. You've got your classics, root beer, cream soda, and cola, and then you've got your wild cards. It's the kind of place where you don't need a reason to stop. You just go in, grab a few bottles that make you curious or nervous, and hit the road again. It's quick, it's weird, and it's worth it.
We got Avery's. This is their golden ginger ale. And then what is that one?
Is a root beer. It's awesome Amy's root beer.
Avery's root beer. We're gonna crack these open and see if they're any good. Root beer. Pull it up. That is pretty damn good. Now, I know you're not a big fan of ginger ale. This is more for me, but let me try it. We've had a lot of ginger ale in our days, haven't we? Ooh, that's mild. It's not as carb as I was wanting. I'd want it to be more carb.
Okay, that is not black.
On to the next one.
We rolled into Wichita and made a stop at the original Jimmie's Diner. This place opened in the 80s but feels like it's been frozen in time since the 50s. Black and white checkered floors, red vinyl booths, and a jukebox playing oldies in the corner. It's not trying to be retro, it just is. We grabbed breakfast, classic, no frills. Nothing fancy, nothing ironic, just done right. And maybe that's why it hits. Because there's something comforting about a place that knows exactly what it is. Every time I go to Nebraska, I have to stop in Wichita at Nortons Brewing Company. It's got this punk meets metal energy, loud music, bold art, and zero concern for playing it safe. The beer list is stacked with wild styles and even wilder names, and the patio feels like a backyard hangout that never really ended. It's not just a brewery stop, it's a tradition at this point. Norton's feels like the halfway mark where the trip officially becomes the trip. We made it to Nebraska. I didn't film anything while I was with my family because sometimes I'd just rather be in the moment. But the first chance I got, I slipped into Lincoln Vintage Vinyl, a shop that smells like cardboard sleeves and warm tube amps. Rows of mismatched crates, handwritten dividers, and a turntable in the corner spinning something bluesy while the floorboards creak in time. It's the kind of place that feels untouched, like it's been sitting quietly for decades, just waiting for someone to walk in and dig. The guy behind the counter didn't say much, just nodded and kept playing records. Which honestly is exactly the vibe I was looking for. There's nothing like The Hunt, flickering through decades of music until that one cover jumps out and says, "Take me home." Doesn't matter if you leave with a stack or just one, it's the digging that matters. And this time, I came home with The Man from Waco by Charlie Crockett. Later that week, we caught the 4th of July parade. It was everything you want in a small town's celebration. Tractors, fire trucks, candy being thrown from flatbeds, and kids running wild trying to grab every piece. The kind of event where lawn chairs get set out the night before and everyone shows up whether they're into parades or not. Flags waving in the breeze, dogs wearing bandanas, and local politicians awkwardly smiling and waving like celebrities in a grocery store aisle. There's no high production, no big city polish, just neighbors, noise, and a lot of red, white, and blue. It's loud, it's sweaty, it's kind of chaotic, but somehow it all works. And for a few hours, the whole town is on the same page, even if it's just for the sake of a good parade and a handful of Tootsie Rolls. We ended the trip the same way most 4th of July weeks end, with fireworks, the kind that light up a small town sky and shake the ground just enough to feel it in your chest. It wasn't a big production, but it did need to be. A few bright explosions, a few quiet moments, and a fitting end to the week. Another stop, another snapshot, another little story for the stack. From soda bottles on Route 66, to crate digging in Lincoln, to fireworks lighting up a Nebraska sky. It wasn't about doing something big. It was about just going, showing up, seeing people, and making space for the little things. These aren't just places we visited. They're pages in the story. And sometimes that's all the reason you need.